Hello everybody, back with another quick tip. This week I want to talk a little bit about 3D cameras and After Effects. Now I had this question the other day, how do I get started with 3D cameras? So that's what we're going to look at, the basics of 3D cameras. So we're going to go into a new project. I'm going to select a new composition. I'm going to leave this as HD, say OK. I'm going to go to File, Import, File. I have a large map that was created in Illustrator that I'm going to use for this demo. I'm going to imagine that I'm doing something like a historical video for YouTube, and I'm going to select Import. With this file, it's going to ask me if I want all layers, so to choose layers, I'm going to choose Merged Layers. I am then going to drag that file down into my composition. Let's say that I wanted to pan across my footage. Well, a lot of people, when they go into After Effects the first time, they'll hit the little drop down here, they'll hit this drop down and transform. They'll select position to create a keyframe, they'll scrub over, they will move that position, and then if we scrub back, you can see the animation's very basic, it just pans across the shot. Well, what if we wanted to make that more dynamic? So this is where 3D cameras come in. I'm going to delete out these keyframes because I don't want them for this project. I'm going to go to Layer, New, Camera, and I'm going to leave the default settings for this demo. I'm going to click OK. It gives me a little warning here saying that camera and light objects do not affect 2D layers. Select a layer and choose Layer 3D. So this is something to always remember as you're creating objects. So I'm going to say OK, and what that means is right here there's a little 3D box, and my map doesn't have that box checked. So if I put my little box here on that, it will create a 3D layer and now my camera can see it. Now the first thing I want to do, because I know that I'm animating this, I'm going to scrub my playhead back to the beginning. I'm going to select my drop down here. I'm going to do the drop down for transform, and I'm going to go ahead and put a keyframe for every single item that is on here. Now you might not want to change everything, I'm just going to go ahead and check everything though, and that will put a keyframe for our kind of base of our animation. Now what I want to do is pan across like we did before, but also give it a little bit more movement. So I'm going to scrub my playhead over just like before. This time though, instead of just changing these positions over here, I'm going to go right here to where it says one view. And I'm going to switch this one view to 4 views. And this shows me my actual camera view right here, the right view, the front view, and the top view. So this allows us to see where our camera lives in this virtual space. And if I use my scroll wheel and scroll it back, I can zoom out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to select this little dot here that says XYZ, and I can move that around to actually pan across my piece. But on top of that, if I hover over this little green area, it gives me a circle and I can also rotate it. Now it's giving me another warning here saying the layer is auto-oriented to the point of interest. Rotating the layer may cause the point of interest to go away from it. So you can always change this. I'm going to say OK and just rotate it a little bit. And so now when I scrub back, pay attention to this. This is my actual camera up here. Hit play. You can see I'm panning over, but it's also turning a little bit. It's giving it a little bit more depth in the animation. So it's a really nice way to do that. Another great thing about using cameras in 3D is that we can add lighting to this as well. So if I go back up to Layer, New, Light, I can add a spotlight. Now my recommendation, again, I'm doing this as kind of a historical piece. Maybe I want this map to look a little bit faded. Use a light color for your lights. I'm going to go with like a really light yellow over here. Say OK, say OK. And now we can see that there's a yellow light on this. This might be too intense, but again, using that same option for viewing cameras, I can move this light back a little bit so it's not quite so harsh and it gives a nicer, softer feel to it. Now, if I hit play on the preview again, watching my active camera window, check this out. Look at how much nicer that looks. Gives it a nice little kind of movement to it and lighting to it. And again, we can always change that lighting. We can animate that lighting as well if we wanted that lighting to pan across this. But anyway, that's the basics of using cameras and 3D in After Effects. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back here again next week for another quick tip.